Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen, this Runic Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Hope you all are doing fantastic today. This is our daily reading. We'll take a look at current situation and the influences around that. I am thinking about doing things differently. I'm not sure exactly how. I want to get back to doing readings by astrology sign, and I want to maybe change the daily reading. I don't want to get away from the daily reading, but I might just change it up a little bit. So thinking about it, putting thoughts in my head, I'm working through it. So let's get started. I don't know if I said this, I'm gonna use the Runic Tarot. I'm gonna use actually the Witch's Tarot I'm gonna put that over here for clarifying. And let's get started. I haven't used the Runic in a while. So what do we need to know today? What's going on in the world? Current situation. Six of Pentacles, present influence, Ten of Wands, future influence, Seven of Wands. What's unexpected? Nine of Pentacles, challenge, Nine of Wands, strength, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Where does this lead? Empress, Ace of Wands, Page of Wands. Those are nice. I like the page right following the Ace of Wands because the Ace of Wands is the new opportunity and the Page of Wands kind of is going for it. The World is at the bottom of the deck, which just tells me that there's something here that's, you've reached some kind of goal, or it's an ending, but again, an ending that you planned, so to speak. Like it's reaching a goal. And the Six of Pentacles is in your current situation. I feel like the energy right now is the ability. It's like you have found some kind of balance in being able to give and receive, so to speak, but um, it's being at a point where you feel like you can give back. And I feel like that's what the world is, which has led to this. Like you've reached a goal where now you feel like, okay, I can give back this way. This is how I can give back. The Ten of Wands is in the present influence, which, you know, um, that's, it's hard, but you've made it. World, Ten of Wands, even the Six of Pentacles, this has been a struggle, and you've had to figure things out. And again, going back to, you are now in a position to be able to give back. And that's the world too. When we get to a point where we're being able to arrange what's around us and how we're doing, um, it allows us to be in a position where, yeah, I can. Now it's not easy, right? With the Ten of Wands, it's been hard. And again, but you've reached the goal. The Ten of Wands is the end, right? It's another ending. So I feel like that's pretty good. But then it leads to a new beginning over here, which I really like. Anytime we see ending cards and then we see the aces and stuff, I feel like that's really good. The Seven of Wands is in your future influence, which is, there may be a point where you're feeling kind of like you're backed into a corner. The Seven of Wands just feels different to me than other Seven of Wands. It is about standing your ground, but be careful about how much you do, right? So in other words, like if you're pushed so far, then and if you're, people are pushing back on you for you standing your ground, and it's like, okay, now I don't have much of a choice. I need to either just forge forward and get through it, or jump off the cliff. So there's a feeling to me here where I feel like you'll excuse me. There's a feeling here. Hold on just a second. There's a feeling here like of where you're you don't want to jump, right? I mean, you don't. But I feel like that's what the future's going to feel like. It's going to feel like, I feel like you're going to feel like on a tightrope kind of. And it's like you believe in something specific, but there's just a feeling here for me that it's like, I don't know. I don't know. The Nine of Pentacles is in the unexpected. I'm going to clarify this because it does feel like that you will feel like, okay, I've seen everything I've done. Look at all I have accomplished. She's got everything she needs, right? The comfort and the money probably, but it's more than that. In real life, it's really about being in a position where you feel like you've definitely accomplished, but you're seeing it. And that's the important thing with the nine. To me, the queen knows it. The Nine of Pentacles is now seeing it. So in other words, like when you've reached a certain level, sometimes you don't realize you have grown that much or learned that much or have accumulated that much. The Nine of Pentacles is that card where you have gotten to a point where, yeah, I can see it. So it's in that respect, I like the nine differently than the 10 or the queen, because I think of the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles a lot alike, except for the queen is the I know it. This is I'm discovering it. Tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles and unexpected. Two of Pentacles, the World, Two of Swords. Yeah, it's that balance for reaching those goals here. There's some kind of goal that you reach, but it's also I think you have made a decision, and this comes with a decision, and that's why you can sit back and say, "Look what I've done." So this Nine of Pentacles to me comes from, yeah, I'm balancing things, and I feel like that's led to reaching those goals, but at the same time I have to make a decision on how to move forward. And I think that Nine of Pentacles is the realization of that. Like, this is all I've done. This is the realization of also how to make that decision. The Nine of Wands is in the challenge, and that makes sense to me. We have the Ten of Wands here. Even the World, there's always that hard, that things are always hardest before you complete it. So I do feel like with the Nine of Wands, yeah, it's hard right now. And it may be for a bit, but take a deep breath. And the challenge with the Nine of Wands is recognizing that it's just a bump in the road. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I've worked hard. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time with this, but the Nine of Wands is also the challenge here is recognizing that it's okay to take a breath. It's okay. Almost everyone feels someone similar to this when they're dealing with a situation that they're working towards. So I do feel like that, that's the solid part. The Five of Pentacles here in the strength, I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles in the unexpected, this is saying that, I know exactly which way to go now. Yeah, I do have help. In this case, I can count on this person. There's also counting on yourself. I've told you a lot of times I see the Five of Pentacles is finding a new route. The old ways haven't worked. So this is kind of that strength that you're able to see that. And more importantly, too, with this Five of Pentacles, I feel like it's not just that new way, but it's also counting on other people. He's waiting for this guy to go get help, and he's got to trust that he'll be taken care of, but that's part of that Nine of Pentacles too, because when you've reached a certain point and you can recognize everything you've done, that Nine of Pentacles helps you to also have confidence in other people. And where does this lead? It leads to the Empress, Ace of Wands, and then the Page of Wands. So when I look at these in sequence, there's you have definitely done the work. You're taking care of things in general. With that, the Nine of Pentacles tells us that as well. And then, to me, this like the nurturing part of that, taking care of things, which will lead to a new beginning, a new, exciting beginning here. And then with the Page of Wands is the taking that new opportunity and running with it and not overthinking it, just enjoying. And when I see the Page of Wands, a lot of times when it's an action or something like that, I think about it as just, it feels like a full energy, but not quite as big of a start because we're taking that Ace of Wands and running with it. Um, let's clarify the Ace of Wands here. What is this new opportunity or new beginning or start? I feel like it feels like the energy just kicks in. Like there's something here that you'll just be able to kick in. Tell me about the Ace of Wands here, please. What is the Ace of Wands? High Priestess, Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups. So, this, like the High Priestess, I feel like, okay, this is something you know is going to happen. There's definitely something has come to an end. And the Ace of Wands has to do with the choices. The Ace of Wands has to do with the choices. Well, let's see if there's anything more on this new beginning. It could be lovers. Choices, though, too. So it could be, for some of you, it could be a relationship of some sort, partnership, but it's with the Seven of Cups and the Lovers, there's also a feeling of choices here. So this new, this new feeling, this Ace of Wands, I feel like is saying now that there's an ending to something, you have choices on how to move forward with it. And then I think the Page of Wands is going to give us more because this is taking it and running, right? So what is the Page of Wands? Please tell me about the Page of Wands. I really like that Page of Wands. I actually like it more than when I'm looking at the cards in general. My gut says that Page of Wands is the key to this. Like it feels good. It feels right. It almost feels to me like there's something that you have to do that you shouldn't be overthinking because it's also about enjoyment instead of worry. So it feels good. That's why it feels good because it's just like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going. I'm just going to go for it. Tell me more about this Page of Wands, please. Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Lovers. So again, that Lovers pops in. It's a new direction for sure. Five of Pentacles, there's been, and it could be a stall here, that Five of Pentacles. This one is a winter card, so it feels like a stall to me. But with this Queen of Swords, it's like you know what you want to do. It's that direction, having that plan. And then having the Lovers there, it could be, yeah, a partnership of something. And you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go for this. Just, what the heck? Why not? What can it hurt? Two of Cups is also at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. So I do feel like something really good is going to happen here. Is there anything else? Well, first I'm going to pull an advice. Is there anything else we need to know? The Moon, Justice, and Queen of Cups. I feel like, yeah, there's something, this has to do too with, okay, so the Moon to the Justice, something that has had unclear circumstances or unclear path forward. The Justice says that that's being righted, that there's balance now, and you will understand it. To me, going from the Moon to the Justice card is about going from maybe not being 100% clear on something to understanding it a little better, if not completely. And the Queen of Cups, I think this is all leading to fulfilling something really important within you, fulfilling heart space, whether it be love or just love of things, having empathy. There's a feeling to me of being fulfilled here with that Queen of Cups. So this whole, the next few days, I think are going to be really a good, you might feel a little wonky with that Ten of Wands in the now, because that's a little hard. And of course, having that challenge in the Nine of Wands in the challenge spot is always kind of tired. But I feel like with everything else moving forward, having the Nine of Pentacles there, the Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, you'll be good. The Knight of Swords is in your advice. And I do feel like if this, with the Queen of Swords, we had clarifying something over there. There is a direction here. Just go for it. Like, allow things to come in, allow room for things. The world has given us, the world here at the bottom of the deck, that's given us room now. We've graduated. We've accomplished something. When we've accomplished something, we now have room in our life. Just like anytime an ending happens, there's an opening, a door opens, and the Knight of Swords is saying, allow that to come in, allow the energy to come in, allow things to happen. because then you're given, then you'll have those choices. If you don't allow things to come in, then there's no choices to be had. So, enjoy the ride right now. I feel like it's going to be a really good next few days. So take care. Have a beautiful day.